All right, good morning, everybody. We're gonna start with our toe lifts. Right foot only, toe and heel, rocking through. Good, 4 more, 4, 2. Let's switch it over to the other foot. So lift and lift. So a little bit of knee, but really stretching out the bottom of that foot. Everything starts from the ground up. 2. All right, in the center, knee lift, lift, and lift. So nice and tall. I like to do hands here, or my favorite is arms up, hands behind the shoulders. 4, 3, hamstring curls. We're going to press it back, just nice, good reach. So waking up those hamstrings, stretching out the front of your legs just a little bit. 4, 3, back in the center. We're going to start to bring those arms up, knees up, rotate shoulder towards the opposite hip. 4, 3, 2, back to curls. We're going to pull it down and down. Think about bringing your elbow down towards the heel of that back leg. 4, 3, 2, in the center, deadlift right here, up and back. So a little bit of a swing. We're going nice and easy. I want you to think about that hinge, think about that deadlift. 2, good diagonal, high right, low left, reach and down. Good, 4, 3, 2, switching. We're going to go low to high right here, low and high. So it's still a little bit of a swing, waking up that core. 4, 3, 2, take those feet hip width apart. We're going to take it down, up, heel lift. So drop, stand tall, lift the heels, down, up, lift. Good, just the squats, down and up. We've got 4, 3, 2, good, just the heel lifts, lift it up and down, nice and tall. Roll through that ball of the foot and the big toe. Good, 4, 3, 2, all right, lunge it forward and back. So step and step it back. Push off, forward and step. It doesn't have to be big. We're just starting out, getting those knees woken up. 2, side step, lunge it out right here. Nice, good hold. You can start to add a little reach for the floor if you'd like, but we're just waking up those hips. 4, 3, 2, step together, slow lunge to the back, open, and bring it together. Switch sides, drop, and open. So we can go a little deeper here because we're going a little bit slower. Open. We have 4 more like this. 4, push through that front heel. 3, last 2 right here. 1 more. All right, skaters. So side step, nice, good cross. Now you can just step it. We are just warming up. We're gonna do skaters later. 4, 3, jumping jacks in the center, tap it. If you wanna do full jumps, go for it. Otherwise, this is fine. 4, 3, 2, last one. All right, give yourself a little bit of space. Last part of the warm-up is we're gonna do plank walkouts. I want you to work on your wrists. So we're just gonna walk ourselves all the way out to the plank and hold it. And if you want to, drop to your knees, walk yourself back up to standing. Now you have the option, if you don't wanna go to the floor, you have a chair nearby. You're gonna put your hands on the seat of the chair and you're gonna step your feet back into your plank and then step your feet forwards. Really what I want you to work on here is we're starting to wake up the wrists in addition to waking up your core. I'm gonna do one more, and then we're gonna bring it up, and I'm gonna go into our workout today. So walk it all the way back up. Good. So when you're done, walk it around, grab a quick drink of water. Sorry, for a second I thought I couldn't count. So what we're gonna do today is 3 minutes of strength followed by 3 minutes of cardio. Option 1, my timer is set for 45 seconds work, 15 seconds rest. So you do the first exercise for 45 seconds, rest for 15, and then move to exercise number 2. Option 2, you go for the full minute and then switch, so you don't get that 15-second rest period. Either way is perfectly fine. Kind of depends on how you feel today. So we're gonna start with lunges. We're gonna do right side, left side, and then we're gonna do a squat to an overhead press. And we're only doing everything once. So I want you to take that into consideration. But we are going to start 45 seconds or 60 lunging right side only in 3, 2, and 1. So we've got our 45 seconds, and we're gonna lunge right side only. Right side only. So you can step it forward, you can step it back. It's completely up to you. So remember, we're doing everything once. So we don't have to think, oh, I'm only gonna do 45 seconds because we're doing it again. We're not. Everything is just one round. So 3 minutes strength, 3 exercises, and then 3 minutes of cardio, and I'll give you low impact options. Now you have 10 more seconds if you want to do the 45 seconds. I'm going to go through, I'm going to keep going to a minute. I'm going to keep going. 2 and 1. So if you want to do the 45 seconds work and rest for 15 seconds, you are resting right now. If you want to do a minute with me, I'm going to keep going. Lighter weights, but still good reps. 2 and 1. All right, other side. Other side. So you can kind of see how it's going to work, whether you want to stop or whether you want to try to keep going. And it might depend on the exercise. Like later on, we have, just upper body. It's going to be kind of hard to do for, a full minute of just upper body. But we make it work. So good steps. This is slow and steady. So I want you to think about your weights. Think about your technique. Good. 5 seconds if you want to do the 45-15. 2, 1. Good. The rest of us, I'm going to keep going. 15 more seconds. And you can customize this. If you have knee issues, maybe do the lower body for 45-15. Go all the way with the upper body. Good. Squat to overhead press right here. So drop. Press it up. So nice, good reach. If you want to, you can alternate your arms or squat, press right, squat, press left. After this, short rest, and we'll go into our cardio, and that'll be the same thing. 10 seconds if you're doing 45-15. 3, 2, 1. So 15 seconds of rest, or with me, keep going. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, weights down. Set it to the side. We're gonna move on for our cardio. So we're gonna do skater, skater, jog. Skater, skater, jog. All right, then hamstring curls with pull downs, jumping jacks side, front. Skaters in 3, 2, and 1. So it's skater, skater, march or jog. Skater, skater, march or jog. Step, step, little jog. So we alternate which leg leads each time. Good, skater, skater, jog it over. Quick, quick. Now if you need to, you can step it, yes, single, single, double. Good, 3, 2, 45-15 is done. I'm gonna keep going. Remember, I'm doing the full minute today, at least for now. We'll see if that changes. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hamstring curls with pull downs right here. Yes, you can pull back if your shoulders aren't feeling overhead today. But if you can, even if you alternate right, left. Good pull. Don't pull it down. I want you to drive the elbows back towards your heels. So imagine your hands are on the wall behind you. You got to keep them touching. 15 seconds if you're doing 45-15. I'm definitely feeling the upper body here. Pull. Good, 3, 2, 45-15 is done. 60 seconds. Keep going if you want to. If you want to keep going but your arms are burning, you can pull it back. It's okay. 4, 3, 2, jumping jacks, out, up, side, front. So side raise, front raise. You can keep it low. If you want to do full jacks, go for it. If you need to do one side and then the other, this is going to be a brain game. Good, side, front. Oh, I goofed it. Out and up. Reach. Good shoulder work here. Big arms, big heart rate. 10 seconds for 45-15. Option here, here. Lift, lift. Remember, low impact. Keep going if you're doing 60 seconds. If you're doing 45, you're gonna rest. Reach. Low impact is just as good as high. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in, shake it out. Walk it around, grab a drink. A little bit of a longer break. Circuit number 3. We have kickstand deadlift right, kickstand deadlift left, and then we're gonna do rear delt and press back. Rear delt and press back. So kickstand deadlift. If you don't wanna do kickstand, you can do just a split stance. You're still gonna have the front leg doing 90% of the work. All right, right foot down in 4, 3, 2, 1. So option 1 is we're hinging and we bring it up. Now when we hinge, we don't want to push our weight back and forward so much that we feel like we need to put that back foot down. Weight is in the front leg. Push the hips back and then hinge forwards at your hips. So reach and up. So we shouldn't be reaching or pushing our weight way back. Just down and lift. 10 seconds if you're doing 45-15. 3, 2, 1. If you're doing 60, stay with me. If you're doing 45-15, this is where you rest. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switching sides, going right into it for our 60-second group. So nice, good hinge, nice, good lift. So think about that posture. I know sometimes we get tired and we start to let those shoulders round a little bit and reach towards the floor. I want you to hinge. Upper body moves towards the floor, but you're still trying to keep your shoulders away from that floor. So just a good hinge. Good, 45 15ers, you've got 5 seconds. 2, 1, 60, 10, stay with me. Or 60, 0, I should say. No rest for those of us doing a minute today. Now get ready, you got about 5 seconds and we're gonna go for a rear delt and a press back. Good, grab those weights, rear delt with a press back. Go ahead and get into it. So rear delt, press back, lift, and press. Now again, I'm feeling this already. Right, lift and press. Left, lift and press. Good, 15 seconds for my 45s. That's the nice thing about this, is if you're really feeling it today, you can go for the full 60. You can push yourself a little, but if you're like, meh, I'm just happy I made it to class this morning. Good, rest 45s, 60s keep going. But if you're like, I'm glad I made it to class today, take that rest period. It's fine. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in, shake it out. Walk around, grab a drink if you need it. Moving on for cardio. We're gonna do swings, and if you can, grab dumbbells. Then we're gonna do squat jacks, and you can just do sidestepping squats or a triple extension. And then we're gonna do quicker knee lift with rotation. So, swings, 1 dumbbell or 2, 45 or 60 in 3, 2, and 1. So swings, brush the dirt off of your hips, off of your pants. We're brushing it off of our thighs, not off of our shins or our feet. So we want to avoid way down here. Chest is up. This is a deadlift, but a little bit quicker, a little bit smaller. Make sure we're not pushing our hips forwards and leaning back. Tall. So just good reach. If you prefer, there's nothing wrong with going skiing with no weights, right? Good, 3, 2, 45ers, you're stopping. 60s, you keep going. Good, 7 seconds for us. You keep going. I'm gonna demo the next exercise. Squat jacks, down and up. Time is on. Option, reach and lift. Reach and lift. So your time's on. Going for squat jacks. Now you can always do this. Good, or down, tap, down, tap. If you wanna take it up, down, jack, down and jack. So this is high impact, this is low. And with low impact, higher heart rate, if you want that, reach the arms up. Same rules though. I don't want you bending down and looking at the floor. You're gonna get dizzy. 2, 1, 45ers are done. 60s keep going. 10 seconds, and we're gonna go knees with a rotation. 4, 3, 2, and 1, right here. So knee in rotation. Head up, chest up, keep breathing. Oh my goodness, I'm liking this workout. I like it. You might not. Good, rotate, rotate. We're not doing the bend. I want you to think lift with those hips. Reach, reach. 15 seconds for my 45s. 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 45s are done. 60s, keep going. Or heck, if you want to go more than 45 but can't do 60, stop when you need to. 3, 2, and 1. Oh, goodness. Bring it in. Walk it out. Grab a drink. All right. Giving the legs a break. Rows right, rows left, tricep kickbacks. Yes? So grab a dumbbell. This is one I like using a chair for a countertop for something so that I can support my upper body. But 45 seconds, rows right in 3, 2, and 1. So I like doing this personally. I like having my hands supported on a chair. Notice I'm not way back here. Nice, good position. Hand on the seat of a chair, or even, for some of you, hand on your thigh. Now, this does not mean that we're rounding our spine and we look like this. Chest is up and open, just like when we do planks, deadlifts, you name it. Good, my 45s have 15 seconds. This is nice, slow, and steady. We're focusing on that back. Good squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 45s are done. 60s keep going. You have a little less than 15 seconds. I had one person tell me that 60 seconds was brutal, and I kind of agree. 3, 2, and 1. Switching over right away, going into those rows. And sometimes the rest periods isn't because your heart rate is up or you're going to fatigue on the muscles. Sometimes it's because your hands get tired and you got to give them a break. But one of the best ways to work on your grip strength is to carry heavy things. Good, 15 seconds for my 45s. So good reach. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 15 seconds rest or keep going. Remember, your next exercise is tricep kickbacks. I am going to do overhead extensions just because I don't want to put this dumbbell down and switch. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, kickbacks, both arms. This is option 1. Option 2 for some of you is an overhead extension. Now notice my elbows are not pointing forwards and I shouldn't feel like I'm gonna smack myself in the head. Elbows up, try to keep them pointing as close to the ceiling as you can get. If you're doing a kickback, I want you to have that hinge forwards, like you did a deadlift and got stuck halfway down. Elbows are lifted in line with your torso pointing to the wall behind you. 10 seconds for my 45s. This one is not gonna be fun. Lift. 2, 1. If you're doing 60, you've got 15 seconds. If you gotta stop, you gotta stop. These are little muscles. These are a little bit harder to do. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in, shake it out. All right, walk it around. Make sure you've got space for our cardio. So we're gonna do skiers, which is these. We're gonna do burpees and we're gonna do mountain climbers. If you've got a chair, modified burpees. Mountain climbers, you can jog standing up. You don't have to be on the floor. Skiers in 3, 2, and 1. So tap it back and back. So this is your low impact version. Just think thumbs up, thumbs up. If anybody's feeling crazy, if you want to add resistance, light weights or one dumbbell and hold it on the ends. If you want to take it up, switch, switch. This is your high impact option, not required. Otherwise, tap, tap, big arms. If you want to do both at the same time, higher heart rate. 12 seconds for my 45s. Here's 2 and 1, 60s, keep going. You've got 15 more seconds. We're gonna do burpees. You don't have to do them on the floor. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hand on the floor or the seat of a chair. Step back, step forwards, stand, maybe a little jump. Hands down, step back, step forwards, little jump. Remember your option. Hand on the seat of a chair, keep your chest over the seat of the chair. Step back, step forwards, stand, little jump. Option 2, step back, hop forwards, stand up. All right, we're always gonna step back. These are safe burpees. 5 seconds for my 45s. 2, 1, 60s. We're gonna try to keep going. This is the second time we've done burpees in a couple weeks, and before that it's been months. Good, 3, 2, 1. Mountain climbers. You can jog it, you can march it. Same thing if you want to stay upright. You can jog, you can march. I just want you to think core braced, thighs up. Yes? So keep your body moving. The next 2 rounds are on the floor. There's no cardio. It's all strength. But if you can, good jog. Remember, don't let the buns go up. Don't let your head drop down towards the floor. Lift. Now, if you want to, on your knees, knee goes to the elbow. Absolutely have this as an option. 3, 2, 1, 60 seconds. Keep going. You've got 15 to go. 45s, you're resting. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in, shake it out. All right, if you're standing, walk it around. If you're down on the floor, you can get up and walk it around, or you can hang out here. We're gonna do chest press right, chest press left, and then we're gonna do crunches with a leg lower. So we're really gonna be on our backs for most of this. And then the second circuit, which we may or may not have time for, would be side plank right, left, and then bicycles. So I think what I'm gonna do is we're gonna do chest press with both arms, and then we're gonna do crunches with leg lowers. So instead of doing right, left, we're gonna do both. So it's only gonna be 2 minutes instead of 3, because I wanna get in and I wanna do those planks. So we're gonna do our chest presses. So let's go ahead and bring it in. I just wanted to do singles. A, because it's a pattern, and B, because doing single-sided with your legs up is really good for your core. But we're gonna take it down. Chest presses in 3, 2, and 1. So chest presses, just bring it in, press it up, and take it down. Now, if you wanna make this a little bit harder, then you're gonna lift the legs, just like this. So you're just gonna hold a dead bug position. If you're not feeling steady, take those feet to the floor, focus on your press. If you're upright today, you can do a banded chest press, you can do a wall push-up, something to get your chest, something to challenge your core. So if you don't wanna get to the floor today, you have this as an option. Good, keep going. 45s, 2 and 1, 60s, you've got 15 more seconds. And then we're gonna do a crunch with a leg lower. If you are standing, you are gonna do a straight leg toe touch. You're gonna do a straight leg lift and try to touch your toes. Good, all right, weights down. We're going to do crunch. You can hold it, lower the leg, lower the leg. just like this. Isometric hold, lower and lift. So holding that crunch. If you're standing, you're gonna be here. You can do mummy kicks, just like this. So this is your standing option if you don't wanna be on the floor today. But hold that crunch, you can add a reach. Don't let the chin drop down to your chest, and then don't stick it up towards the ceiling. Little tuck. Use the abs to lift, not your chest and your neck. That's the hard part. 45s rest, 60s keep going. So drop and lift. Drop and lift. Good job. Bring it in. Give yourself a little bit of a break. Give yourself a little bit of room. All right. So that one, we only did 2 minutes of strength. Yeah, that should work out okay. All right, side plank right, side plank left, and then bicycles. If you don't want to do a side plank on the floor, you're gonna do a farmer's carry, heavy weight on one side only, walk around with good posture. Then switch. For the bicycles, you're gonna do standing crunches, so kind of like your mummies, but you're gonna actually add a little tuck with your hips. All right, side plank, 45 or 60 in 3, 2, and 1. So bringing it up. So you have the option to be on your knees. Now, if you're on your knees especially, don't let the hips push back with your shoulder rotating forwards, or your shoulder back and your hips back. Squeeze the glutes, straight line, ear, shoulder, hip, knee. Option, straighten that top leg, get straight line down to your ankle. So I like to kind of drive my elbow back, not so far I feel like I'm gonna fall over, but I'm gonna drive my elbow and then I can reach. 10 seconds for my 45s. And this might be a good one to just do 45 so you have time to switch over to the other side. 2, 1. I'm gonna keep going because I know that I can do a rotating side plank. That's an option. If you can't, take your 15 seconds rest. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2. I'm rotating over into my side plank on the other side. Right here, nice good lift. So again, watch your body position. Don't let the hips drop back. So we don't want to have shoulder open, but then hips are sitting back towards our heels. Squeeze the glutes, open it up. So nice and strong. Find that position, hold it as long as you can. Less than 15 seconds for my 45s. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, 45s rest, 15s. Keep it up, nice and tall. So I noticed that my wrist was getting ahead of my shoulder, so I got back into position. 5 seconds, then we're going on our backs for bicycles. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down onto our backs. Bicycles, option 1. If you are able to keep the legs up, you're gonna alternate. Option 2 is we're gonna lift the knee and we're gonna think about taking our shoulder towards the opposite knee. So lift, down, lift, down. Remember option, this is a slow one. We're not gonna be pedaling really fast. Nice, good, slow, lazy bike ride today. Keep going, 10 seconds for my 45s. Good, 45s rest, 60s. We got less than 15 seconds to go. Last exercise for the day. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in, shake it out. Give yourself a break. Oh, we need to do this workout more often. I don't know if you guys agree with me, but I liked it. Oh my goodness. All right. We know the drill. Hands by your hips. We're going to start with just the right knee in and out, in and out. Good. Switch sides, in and out. So buns are staying glued to the floor, trying to get just that thigh all the way down to your foot to rotate. Good. Now we're going to take them both all the way to the right, both all the way to the left. Still trying to keep your body pretty centered. It's okay if they don't touch. Your goal is just to try to get them as close to the floor as you can while still keeping your buns pretty glued to the floor. And you're probably going to have one side that works better than the other. Here's 2 and 1. All right, let's go ahead and flip it over onto hands and knees. Remember, you can do this standing. You're just going to need a chair or a countertop or something to hold on to. But hips to heels, reach those arms out. So our goal for this one is to open up underneath the arms and stretch our lats. So if you're standing, soften your knees as much as you need to. And you're going to stretch and try to drop your ears between your elbows. So this is an upper body focused stretch versus lower body. You can add a little side to side wiggle. Good. Let's walk our hands over towards the right so that we feel a stretch on our left side by our ribs. Keep those heels back towards your hips, or your hips towards your heels. Good. Now let's walk it over to the left and reach until you feel a stretch on the right side. So the arm is reaching forwards, but the hips are reaching back. Good. Bring it back into the center. Tuck your chin, round your spine, roll through as a wave into a full plank. And then we're going to point our toes. And if you can, you're going to drop your hips down towards the floor. If this is not for you, go all the way down into your Sphinx or all the way down to chin on the hands. If you are standing, you're going to take your palms on your buns and you're going to push your buns down. So this is for my standing students. But if you can, if you're on the floor, we just want to open up the front of those hips, but we don't want to do a lot of spinal compression depending on you and your spine. Good. Let's go ahead, tuck the toes, lift it up and back into a down dog. If you're standing, this is one where you do that forward fold, but this time you try to keep your knees pretty straight. Good, and now we're gonna walk the dog. So alternating heel lifts, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now we're going to come back to plank and we're going to do runner's lunge. So we're going to take right foot by the right hand, drop the left knee towards the floor, and we're going to actually walk ourselves up to a half kneeling position. Tuck your tail, squeeze your glute, and we're going to give ourselves a nice good pat on the back. Again, if you're standing, you don't want to be on your knees. You're just going to be in a lunge position. Still tucking, still squeezing, stretching the hip and your tricep. Good. We're going to switch. So if you're here, however you want to switch, if you can lift it up and take it over to the other side, great. Bring it up, lift it, tuck your tail, squeeze your glute, little push. Give yourself a nice good pat on the back. Good. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Step that foot back a little. Hand on the thigh. We're going to push ourselves up to a standing position. If you need to sit, that's okay. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down into your back pocket. Shoulders down, ear to shoulder, side to side. Good. Bring the head up. Look to the right. Look to the left. Good. Bring it in the center. Big breath in and out. One more time. Big breath and out. And you are all done.